Hello, and welcome to the Business of Cakey Making podcast. She is
Cakey
Bronya.
making.
Cakey making.
Cakey making. Woo! Yeah, sorry, carry on.
She's Bronya.
And she's Sammy. And this is episode 172.
172. My God.
I know. And this is our last episode for 2025. I think. Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
it is. It is.
Yeah.
Because the next one would be in the middle of the holidays, and we're not doing that.
No.
We're not doing that. So this is the last episode of 2025. Yay! It's been a good year.
It has for the podcast.
Well, it's been an eventful year.
It has. A bit of a roller coaster ride.
Shout if you want to go faster. Right, you had a whole list of things you wanted to chat about before we got on.
I did. But first of all, I just want to say next year is Chinese Year of the Fire Horse. How cool is that?
Oh, it's a bit better than a rat, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a bit ratty this year.
Oh, wow.
Right.
That's what is a fire horse?
I don't know. I just saw it, wrote it down. I need to investigate.
I like that.
Yeah. So I wanted to talk about my Spotify Wrapped Up 2025, which landed in my box.
You talk about yours and then I'll talk about mine.
So I've listened to 42,980 minutes. Okay.
Wow.
And my listening age
This is quite good following on from last week's the last podcast.
Yes,
isn't
it is. It is. But my listening age
I'm going to get
is
onto mine. Yeah.
21, which I thought was hilarious. One of my most favourite listen to, but I do look after a 5-year-old. Though she's 6 now.
Oh, okay.
But so one of the most things that we have listened to is K-pop Demon Hunters, which I must say is brilliant. You must watch it on Netflix. It's very good.
Brilliant.
But also Amel and the Sniffers is one of my favourite bands that I've listened to. But this I thought was interesting. I streamed, so I listened to nearly 43,000 minutes of Spotify.
Yeah.
But of that...
How many days is that? No, don't work that out.
No.
Go on. No.
But of that, I streamed 27,500 minutes of podcasts. So the majority of the stuff I am listening to is podcasts. Yeah.
Good.
So, yeah.
So you're for the cause.
Yeah, 100%.
Right. Do you want to hear what my
I
listening
do.
Right. I can't find out how to get back to it. Oh, no, don't play stuff. My listening age is 85.
That's hilarious. You old lady.
So my listening age is 85, but there's a really good reason for it, is that when I was working, we've got a PA system through the church so we can play music, and it gets a bit quiet in there. So you can hook your phone up through Bluetooth to the PA system. So I used to always have my phone and my Spotify account. So my most listened to track is Sing 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 by the Benny Goodman Orchestra Big Band.
That is just...
So what do I do?
That is amazing.
Let's see if I can see how many... Where's my podcasts? Let's see what my podcast was.
You have to... Because they've changed it this year.
Oh, dear. I don't want to start a new party. I did look through it all, actually. I did look through right the way to
I found it really interesting.
Yeah, I did last year. Top podcasts. Oh, it says I only streamed 3,558 minutes of podcasts. I also use Amazon Music to listen to podcasts.
Ah, do you?
So that's probably why, because on Amazon, a lot of things, if you listen to Wondery on Amazon, you don't get adverts.
Ah.
So I listen to a lot on Amazon. But I know I do remember that my top podcast was the Titanic podcast that I was, and one day I listened to literally, it must have been more than 3,000 minutes, because I listened to hours on one day.
Yeah.
Hours and hours of Witness Titanic. And then my second one was starting the conversation with Alice Benham.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm 85.
Yeah. And I'm 21.
I can't believe I'm 21.
Okay.
Great. How to make me feel old.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But there is a reason. It'll be interesting to see next year what they say about you.
Maybe I will try and listen to more podcasts on Spotify and
Yeah.
see what it comes up with next year.
Yeah. But I've got a Spotify account, so I don't get adverts on there. Or do I?
Yeah, I've got a Spotify account, but I still get adverts.
Maybe I do, but I don't notice.
I get adverts in podcasts, but I don't get adverts in.
Yes, you're quite true. That's true. Yeah. Yeah. Because we
So
get
like mid podcast, you'll suddenly get an advert, and you're like, "Oh, shut up."
The second thing I want to talk about is so I've been doing this read 24 books this year. Though I listened, so I listened to the podcast that we set for last year for this year, and I actually said 25. So I've added an additional book.
Did.
Like,
You did, because So you were obviously thinking 2 a month, but you rounded it up.
Yeah. So I've got an additional one to read, but that's okay. So I am lagging behind a tiny bit, but I'm going to do this. I'm going to smash it.
So where are you? Where are you up to?
I'm on book 20. Okay.
Oh.
So
Wow.
yeah, I'm.
You have to get some books.
No, I've tried that, and some of them are boring. So I went to the library last week and I got a load, and I'm like, no, I'm not reading these. I'm not loving them. So I've started another big one.
Do you know what?
Really good.
I think that's interesting because I will do that. I remember getting virtually within like 2 chapters towards the end of a book and going, this is just rubbish. I can't read anymore.
Yeah.
And I know my friend was like, but you've got that far through. Why do you not finish it? I'm like, because I'm not wasting my life doing this.
Yeah.
So it's quite interesting to meet someone else that kind of goes, no, they're rubbish. I'm not doing it.
Yeah. But I have got a lot of half-read books, which is so which is my downfall, I guess. So I've been finishing a lot of the books that I've half read.
Oh, yeah, you'll get there.
Yeah, Crime and Punishment. It's a slow one, but I'm getting there. I'm nearly finished that one. Anyway, I digress. So I started at the beginning of the year, the Mel Robbins, the 5-second rule, and I got halfway through it and stopped listening. But I've started listening to it again, and it is very good because it kind of rewires you, and this all applies to what we're talking about today. It transform your work, life, and confidence with everyday courage. So
what is the 5-second rule then?
So you go. So say in the morning you always hit your snooze button. Okay, you don't want to get out of bed. Oh, hit the snooze button. But instead of hitting the snooze button, you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Jump out of bed. Okay, and it does work.
Okay.
You don't want to do this job. Oh, it's you've been pushing it to one side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Get it done. You don't want to do the washing and drying up. Use that, but if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You could just carry on.
Right. Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So 1 is like a final
blast off sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I had actually implemented a few of the things that she said, which are like jumping out of bed, which I do anyway because I've set my alarm for 6:30 for a long time.
Yeah. See, ours goes off at 7:30 and I'm always up by 8. Always.
Yeah.
I can't get up any earlier than that. It's too dark.
Yeah. Oh,
I can't get up in the middle of the night.
The other day, Andy got me up the dog got me up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I thought, I go out, it's dark. I come back in, it's actually 7 o'clock. I was most disappointed.
I know, so depressing.
Yeah.
I know it's going to get better because I said to the dogs list today, actually, it was like 3 PM and it was really dark. And I was like, I'm having to pull the blinds. It's just rubbish. And it's like, no, it'll soon be the shortest day.
Yeah.
It will soon be getting lighter.
Again.
Yeah. It's just, in the summer, I can easily get up at 6:30, but in the winter, I'm in hibernation mode. 8 o'clock earliest. Yeah.
Okay. So
there's a thing with Mel Robbins. Mel Robbins did a thing, or she had another book, which was another.
Few, I think.
Yeah, but there's another one that I thought was really interesting, which was the let them approach. So I don't know. Your colleagues want to all go out for dinner. Let them.
Yeah.
And they haven't invited you. Let them. Let them go. And it's that approach. And I thought it was like, don't worry about it. Just let them do it. Just don't get het up about it. Let them carry on. Yeah. And I thought that was quite. She's got quite.
I'm trying not to swear.
Why don't put explicit on the last one of our podcast?
Yeah.
But it's. I find Mel Robbins very good.
Yeah.
I find her sometimes. I think with all these inspirational speakers, like
yeah. I think that's why I've got halfway through it.
Yeah.
And I've stopped listening. I've gone, fuck this, fuck off.
Okay, I'm putting explicit on it. Oh, that's so funny.
Anyway,
yeah, I think we apologise for the language, listeners.
I did.
She was trying so hard.
I put the thought in my head and it just plopped out. 2 seconds later. Anyway,
do you listen to many motivational, like businessy motivational books?
More podcasts.
Yeah,
I tend to. Yeah, I do. I'll flip through to find something that it will give me a bit of a zhuzhum.
I sometimes like really need them, and then other times I'm like, oh, just shut up, stop being so positive, stop. Do you know what I mean? It's like, and sometimes I think they're just regurgitating stuff that. I get that, but then other times you like really need that kick up the bum.
Your mojo plumping.
Yeah, you could do this, girl. You can do it.
Okay, so I'm going to talk about your Baker's Bulletin now. And this week's Baker's Bulletin, your gingerbread Swiss roll. That which was the star on there this week. It looked delicious.
It's good. Yeah. So the Baker's Bulletin is a weekly newsletter that goes out on Substack. Once you can sign up for free, and once a month you'll get a free recipe. But if you sign up and pay the £4.50 a month, which, let's face it, cup of coffee, which I thought about that the other day. So many people compare things to a cup of coffee. I don't drink coffee. But you can sign up and you can get you can get a recipe to your inbox every month. And through December, I have been doing Christmas baking diaries.
Yeah.
So it's all quite last minute, because usually I'm quite prepared and I know I have a whole Trello board of what's going out in the month and what I've written and what I need to just do some photos for. Whereas this, it's literally I'm developing the recipe, publishing it. So I'm developing the recipe on my Instagram with people watching me develop it and all the rest of it. And then the recipe goes out on like the weekend. It's all a bit of a panic. I get to Sunday and go, I want that recipe. But the gingerbread Swiss roll.
Yeah. It looked, my mouth started watering. I'm just
highly recommend.
I'm just writing something down for later.
For later. But yeah, no, highly recommend the gingerbread Swiss roll. I started it and I just threw a bit of ginger spice in, and it was like, it's all right. But I've developed it with the treacle and more ginger and So yes, a weekly recipe for £4.50. It's a flipping bargain, mate. Bargain.
But talking about other things that you could get from the Business of Cake Making podcast, what about Patreon, Bronya?
Yes, we do Patreon. Do you remember back in the day when we used to do Product of the Week and Top Tip every week?
Yeah.
You can still get them.
Top tips.
That's a little taste up. So we still do the Top Tip and Product of the Week, and we still talk about other stuff. Mm-hmm. So you can go over to patreon.com/the Business of Cake Making podcast and sign up there, and you will get the bigger slice, which is like an extra chunk on the end of your podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just more of us.
Yeah.
What's there not to like?
Yeah. We're pretty amazing. I'm sorry. It's so hot.
Do you know what, though? It is hot. It's December.
Yeah.
And today it's something like 15 degrees it's going to be.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous. You should see the mushrooms in our front garden. Damp and wet.
I love mushrooms.
Yeah,
to
you
look
can't- I
at, you can't
Yeah,
eat
I
them.
don't.
Yeah,
No. Well, the thing is, these look amazing for like 3 hours, and then they go black and nasty.
yeah. Okay, and the last thing I want to talk about before we start discussing our podcast, which I think is a very good podcast, as always.
I guess.
So in the new year, our first podcast back, we're having a guest.
We're starting with a guest.
Yeah, called Bea Wallace. She's from ZelaCoaching.com if you wanted to check her out. She's
Sorry, say that again.
Zela Coaching, ZELA coaching.com. She's a woman's mindset and fitness coach. So I met her at the Women in Business community at Southampton Uni. So I was on the panel. We spoke about it last time. I was on the panel discussing my business. I'm glad I went first because I was so worried about it. These other women, their stories were amazing, unbelievable.
I bet yours were amazing as well, though.
Yeah, but theirs were like very, very good. It was very good.
Good. Did you enjoy it, though? Sorry, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I did. Very much so. Very much so. So I spoke to her and I was like, please, can you come on the podcast? And she was, yes, I'd love to. So she's going to be our first guest talking about kind of rewiring and sorting your mindset out for the new year, which
so
is perfect,
important.
because that's what we all do in January, isn't
So
it?
important.
Okay.
I think starting off the new year on a positive note like that is really...
Yeah.
Because Christmas kind of washes you out, and January's just rubbish. It's dark. It's cold.
We're going to make January fab this year.
There you go. And we're going to start off. So that episode, when's that go? 5th of January.
Yeah.
5th of January. We haven't recorded it yet, so we do hope she does turn up to the recording. Otherwise, we're going to be doing something different.
No, she will. She will. She's epic. She's only 25.
Oh. Really?
Yeah. Well, she's amazing. So, right. So, what are we talking about today, Bronya?
Today we are going over our 2025. We usually do this. This is usually the first episode back in January, but because we have Bea, we're finishing with it. Yeah. So we're going to go over our 2025s, and we are going to talk about our goals for 2026. And we've come at this year from very different angles, I think.
Yeah, completely.
I think I've come at it from a different angle this year because I've been listening to Alice Benham. I blame Alice Benham as to why I've come at this very differently this year. But I think it's quite interesting. It just goes to show you don't have to set goals in the same way as everyone else.
No.
I think it's quite an interesting...
Yeah, because we're all different.
Yeah. So how was your 2025?
Well,
tumultuous, I would say.
It's been a funny old year. I've had highs and I've had lows. But I think it's ending on a very nice note. I'm a happy bunny. So yeah, I think 2026 is looking good. So I've had I thought 2025 was going to be completely different.
Isn't that funny?
It's the curveball that life throws at you. So,
but there's quite a few things on your goals list you did do, didn't you?
Yeah. And so I'm going to talk about it now. So I'm going to talk about my lows now. Yeah. Bake diary.
Who would thought that would have been your first low? After I know everything that you've been through this year, that's your top one.
Yeah. It threw me into a bit of a pickle.
Well, it did actually completely change. It put a real dampener on your business, didn't it?
Yeah. Because I didn't realise how dependent I was on it with everything, with my whole business. I did everything through it, and it just shows me you need to know how to do other things or learn how to acclimatise to change. But it really threw me. My summer was I lost orders, I was lackluster, I languished a lot on the sofa going,
because everything seemed so high. I can imagine you looking like some sort of Edwardian lady. I can't do this.
Yes.
But I suppose it just affects you. It's the mindset thing, isn't it? It affects your mindset. And then if you can't get yourself, I think organisation, and what I've learned this year, organisation and routine. Routine is so important, and that completely threw your routine.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't cope. I can't cope with it.
My paperwork was just scribbled notes everywhere. Well, I love a scribbled note, but this was, you know, I was scrabbling around.
Piles of scribbled notes.
Yeah, and you know, so it really just floored me. Luckily, Baked Genie came along, because I did try lots of things, but they just weren't for me. But Baked Genie has come along, and
They've saved you.
Yeah. So I floundered around like a fish that had jumped out of the fish tank. Is what I've written down. I did. It just completely floundered me.
Yeah.
So
what would you do if you put things in place now that if that happened again for whatever reason, or if you just go, no, just hope it doesn't?
Just hope it doesn't.
Okay.
The Baked Genie is going to work. We interviewed her. She's amazing. It's not going to.
Yeah.
Well,
she's very driven.
So one of my goals for last year was to learn spreadsheets. Okay.
Yes, it was.
This is what has made me a bit sad, actually, because at the beginning of the year, I did start learning spreadsheets, and I delved into it. And if I had continued with this, the Bake Diary going would have been a lot easier, because I would have been able to do spreadsheets. So I kind of shot myself in the chin.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been such a crisis, but.
Yeah.
But then why were you learning them? Were you learning them just because
Maybe I knew deep down.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a witch and you're actually predicting it.
I am, you know. So another low I have had, which, you know, it's not such a bad thing. So I've started my waffle business.
Yeah.
And I have found the transition from one business to the other really hard. I don't know how people can have millions of businesses, really, because
I don't know how people have fingers in lots and lots of pies.
Yeah.
Without staff. I think you have to have staff.
Yeah. So, because I had so many wedding and cake inquiries, literally, from last year was a good year.
Yeah.
But the amount of emails I'm constantly getting, can you do my wedding? Can you do my wedding? Can you do my wedding cake? It's just been ridiculous. And I was scared of going from Daisy Cake Hampshire to Waffly Good Events and I was trying to go, well, I know this is going on that date for a festival, but will I be doing it? Because there's a cake there and it's a good cake. But potentially I could earn way more money at my waffly events. So I had a stern talking to myself.
Is that something that my husband would call the opportunity cost?
Yeah.
What is the opportunity cost of turning one down over the other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Give Jules a big hug from me. So thank you for that. Yeah. So in my head, I had to make a decision. And I decided, right, I will do cakes up to at the end of April, wedding cakes and such like. And then from petering off, so I've actually got a cake booked in for early September. From September, October onwards, I will do wedding cakes. And then that block in the summer, I have to work consistently to make sure I've got enough booked in so that I can earn the money. So, And I've only just come to that decision about a month ago.
Right. But that's good, because it's given you a boundary. It's given you a really clear boundary of, no, this is what... Because it's funny, it's that it's not quite the same. It's similar that when I stopped making celebration cakes, every so often someone would come and go, I'd go, oh, but it's 200 quid.
Yeah.
And I would take it and then I would hate myself for it.
Yeah.
Because then I'm doing that cake and then and all the reasons why I wanted to give up making celebration cakes because of the stress and all the rest of it. And I'm absolutely hating myself for it. But this week alone, I've turned down 3 birthday cakes. And I'm like, I'm proud of myself for doing that because it's a boundary I had to set. And I think it's really important that,
well, that's what I've had to do, because a lot of these cakes as well, they weren't little. They weren't like 200, 300, 400 cakes. They were £1,000, £1,500. Yeah.
Isn't it astounding that when you get to that point in your business, you no longer want it?
Yeah. So I've set myself the boundary. Okay.
Good.
So that's good. But other things that have gone on, my poor ferrets both have passed to the over the Rainbow
I didn't
Bridge.
realise they'd both gone.
Yeah, so I found that very sad because it's like they were my sons and I had them when he moved out.
Yeah.
But that's part of the last part of his childhood gone.
Yes.
I'm getting emotional.
I didn't realise they'd both gone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they've both gone now.
One of them was a little bugger, though. He used to escape, didn't he?
Oh, they both escaped all the time. They used to go trawling round the streets looking for them with search parties. Oh, my God, yeah. Both of them. I don't know how they lived as long as they did.
No, because they're not meant to live that.
No, they lived to about 7 years. Yeah, I got divorced. Yeah, that was quite a big one.
Yeah, it's interesting that's quite low on the list.
It's taken so bloody long to do. 3 years, for God's sake.
It's interesting that you've gone from Bake Diary, Waffly Good, Ferrets, Divorce.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah.
I mean, it has been coming for a very, very, very long time. I get that. I understand that. But yeah,
So that had a lot of highs and lows, more lows than highs. But anyway, I've hit my car my car's been hit this year 3 times. Once a woman hit it and twice I have done it. It looks like an old wreck now. No, so I had the repairs done from where the woman hit it, but then I've hit it in the same place.
No!
Yeah. So that is something I've got to sort out as well. I've written up here, gave up caring. Honest to God, I know what it means, but when I just read it, I'm like, what? I gave up caring? I didn't give up. No, can you remember at the beginning of the year I did caring for the elderly for 3 months?
Yes, you did.
Which was like, oh my God, I don't know how
and
people
now
do it.
you just don't give a shit.
I don't care, no. It was a very good job, but I'm just not emotionally...
It's very draining.
Oh
very,
my
very
God,
draining.
Yeah. I cried a lot. So the fair play to
because it's not
carers.
just emotionally difficult, but actually the type of caring it was actually quite stressful going from place to place to place as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. I didn't know where that was coming and going. That was my year really. So like my eye is twitching like crazy when I'm talking about these things. It's like
stress. That's the stress.
Yeah. So and there we go.
So what is how many of your goals from 2025 did you conquer, do you think?
I've 2. I'd set myself 4. Okay.
Right.
Because the year before I set myself so many, there was no way.
You set yourself billions the year before. Yeah.
So I've done. I set myself 4. 2, 3 of them I could have realistically done. Is that right? I did 2. I did 2 courses, which I set myself, and I set up my waffle business.
Yes.
Okay.
Which is a massive one. That's huge.
Yeah. So, but one of them was to go to Vietnam and Cambodia or to the iron ore.
You're going to go on a coal train or something.
Yeah. So, because I did the waffly business, that was all my money. That's where all my money has gone.
And all it was a huge investment, both time, money, emotion. I mean, setting up a whole new business is massive.
Yeah. So that's why I haven't done them before. But number 3, I could have done, but why haven't I? I just don't know. I could have monetized the podcast.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what? I was listening to the episode, and the first thing you said was monetize the podcast. I'm like, where did that? What happened with that?
So soz about that, Bronya. So there we go. And I put the additional one in of like I went, I'm going to throw in learn spreadsheets. So I did start it, but I didn't complete it. So I guess I completed just half 50% maybe.
Yeah.
So,
but I think some things is like you've started things. It's like I had certain goals about how many followers I wanted on Instagram. I never got there. But you know what? I'm not going to beat myself up because it was a goal. But I got half there and I did a bit of it. Like your spreadsheets, you got a bit way there. And then other things have become more important.
Hi, and we're back.
Oh, she went, but she's back.
Yes,
hopefully I can edit all that out and I don't need to be saying all of this. But hey, there you go.
Yeah, there you
right,
go.
So 2026.
Okay.
Did you finish 2025? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did. Well, I just I've written about having an action plan for now.
Yeah.
Okay. Review 2025, which is kind of what I've done already. Analyse what worked and what didn't work to help you in 2026. Identify gaps. Find out what your customer needs or any niches in your market, which is very important. Start small. Implement one key system upgrades, which sounds very technical.
One key or one key?
One key, not wonky.
Wonky systems. Yeah, I've got a lot of them.
Yeah. So implement small. Don't go too big. I've said this so many times to lots of people this year. Little steps. You don't start something and be able to do it straight away. It's a learning process.
Yeah.
Learn and network. Because I hate networking. I think it's pants. But
I think it depends how you put the networking, though.
Yeah. Well, because I networked at that business thing I did. And because of that, we've got a guest on the podcast.
Yeah.
So sometimes I think you have to find your tribe of networkers.
Yeah,
because
I think that's what it is.
did the small business. I tried doing the small business federation. I joined them for a little bit to try it out, which was good, but it wasn't for me. So
I think you need to find your network and you need to find how they work. I think I've been to some networking events where it's just really awkward. It's really horrible.
It's dire.
Yeah, and you walk in and then it's like, everyone's going to do a 30-second and it's like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But then some networking events, you just feel like you're going for a chat and it's lovely and find your thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Define clear goals and milestones. Or self-improvement. Listen to lots of podcasts is what I say. So I've set 3 goals.
Right, 3.
For 2026.
So can we just say, before we came on the podcast, she went, I haven't done my 4th goal. I'm like, did we say 4? Why did you think 4? Was there just something in your head that you wanted 4?
Yeah, I don't know. I just wrote 4 down, but I've crossed 4 out because I couldn't think of anything.
Right,
so,
okay.
Number 1, monetize the podcast.
Okay.
Right.
Can I just say something that I think is actually quite important, is that for many years, the podcast cost us money to do, right? And the podcast did cost us money to do. So I know when you think about it as time, we're doing this for free, and all the time we spend on the podcast is all done for free. But we use certain apps to get this working. So we use Riverside, which is where we record, and we use Podbean, which is where we host. And they both have a cost to them. This year, for the first year, those costs have been covered. And that's through Patreon. So we've, for the first year ever, covered our basic costs. Hasn't covered our time, obviously, but it's covered our absolute basic costs. And I think that's a massive milestone because it's not cost. Before it was just an expensive hobby that we enjoyed doing. It was very lovely, but at least now those costs are covered. And I think that's big. It's good. Well done, us. Pat on the back.
Well, more well done you, because you're the amazing one.
You're the one that always reminds me to talk about Patreon.
Yeah. Okay. So number 2 is attend at least 7 festivals with waffly good events.
Wow.
And then
do you have a plan? Do you have a plan of how that's going to happen?
Yeah. I'm doing lots of applications, but they're so hard. They are such silly questions that I can't answer. So I'm like, I've got so.
Like what?
Oh no, I've closed all my tabs down with all my applications open.
They'll be in your history. They'll be in your history.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So what sort of things do they ask that you don't?
Well, things that I've got implemented, but you have to word it in such a way, like what is your fire safety?
Okay.
What is your
risk
hazard?
assessments. Yeah.
Risk assessments.
But I'm making waffles, for God's sake. Yeah.
So things like that. So, and then my final one is, I think it's quite important for me because I do lose my way along the year, and we're talking about goals. So this is a goal I'm going to implement.
Right.
A monthly review of my business goals and set a date in my diary to reassess every month, because I feel this is so important. Like your 5-year plan, your 10-year plan, your yearly plan. We talk about this all the time.
Yeah. And then it kind of goes there towards the end. I also do think, though, because it's funny, I saw Natalie Stanton, the safety expert, post on her Instagram that she's decided to take December, because she said, I usually do this over Christmas and New Year, but she said it gets muddled in amongst all that. But this month, I've decided to spend December working on my business, setting my goals, setting my procedures, setting my plans. And she said, and I think a lot of us feel like this. She said, it's the sort of thing that I feel like I'm not working, because I'm not sat there with my laptop open. I'm not being busy in my business. So therefore I feel I'm not working in my business. And I get it, because I spent all afternoon and evening doing this yesterday. And I got to the end of the day and I thought, God, I haven't done anything. But this is so important. This is so important to do. But because it's like being in the kitchen, doing busy stuff in the kitchen, it's like a comfort zone.
Yeah.
And you feel busy and you feel like you're working, and it's that feeling of getting things done, and sitting on the sofa with a notepad going through all the things you want to do and where have you got to. It just feels like a luxury, but it's so important.
I did mine in bed, actually.
Exactly. I mean, I sat on the sofa with my fire lit, with the dog at my feet. It was lovely. And I think that's what it is. You kind of feel like, well, I've done nothing. But it's not. This is what's going to drive your business forward. So important.
Yeah.
Don't see it as a luxury. See it as an absolute necessity.
And my vision.
Your vision.
Look into the distance. The rainbow. I saw a triple rainbow. Oh my God, I saw a triple rainbow the other day. Yeah. I mean, how lucky is that?
Wow.
Anyway, so see that triple rainbow, you're looking into the distance, and I'm making the waffle business work.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And do what works for you. I've learned, because I hate social media, and you just do what works for you. I get lots of inquiries, and I don't really do social media.
Yeah, your word of mouth has become so good, and that's what you need. I said this to Jules the other day, so Jules and I were talking about certain things. So one of my goals, I'll talk about in a minute, is I want to do a new course. But the last course I did was a video one. I hated it. I really hated it, because it was lots of talking, and that's all it was. Yeah. So the course I did with Start Your Own Cake Shed was just talking to camera, and it was like each module was like an hour long, and I'm just talking, and I was like, I've put off doing something because I didn't want to do that. Yeah. So we talked around ways of doing it differently. How can I make it work that's different? So yeah, don't do things because you think you have to.
No, because
this is your business.
Because that's what, as Mel Robbins says, it makes you procrastinate. And procrastinating makes you not do something because it's actually a kind of way of alleviating your stress. You procrastinate, and it makes the stress a little bit easier because you're not doing that, but you're creating more stress by thinking about the thing that you don't want to do.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to do it,
don't
unless
do
you have to. Yeah, unless you.
I mean, there are some things you do have to do, like your taxes and accounting.
Yeah.
And...
Oh, let's not talk about that now.
But yeah, I think you're so right. You know, you don't want to do social media, don't do it. It's your business. If you don't want to do marketing that way, don't do it.
Yeah.
I think you get to a point that you have to. I think it's quite a long process to get to that point, to realise that you're not doing something because you don't like it.
Yeah. And I've actually made more posts recently because I've started thinking like that.
Because you freed yourself up.
Yeah. I've done 3 posts in 2 months as opposed to none in a year.
Well done. Well done, you. Right, so I've come about my... I'm looking forward to seeing yours, by the way. I'm looking forward to 2027 review. 2026, 2027 review.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to knowing that you have made your waffle business a success.
Yeah. Or I'm going to chop my legs off.
That's quite extreme. How would you get around your van then?
I get wheels.
On a wheelie chair?
No, I'd get one of those round wheels. Just one wheel. I'd be like, woo, woo, woo.
Oh, no, I'm looking forward to knowing that this time next year you would have made waffly events successful. Because I know you will. Because you've got the drive to do it, and I know you will.
Yeah.
Right, so I've come about this very differently this year because I've listened to Alice Benham a lot this year. So I did a thing mid-year. She did an episode on her podcast, which was, Wouldn't It Be Cool If? So you sit down and you write 10 to 20 things of, wouldn't it be cool if? And mine included things like, wouldn't it be cool if I'd given up work? Wouldn't it be cool if I can take my dogs for a walk at lunchtime every day? Wouldn't it be cool if it's probably in a notebook somewhere, but there was like a whole list of wouldn't it be cool if, and they're like your vision. That's like the world you want to live in. And so that's what I've done. I've done a vision, which is about, I want to make sure that my business is sustaining me. I want to make sure that I don't have to go back to paid employment, that I can enjoy doing volunteering like I'm doing now. So I've got like this vision of what I want my life to be. And I think looking at my goals from last year, I've done a lot of them this year. I haven't made a list of what my goals were. One of them was to give up work, possibly, but I did.
No, it was. It was.
Yeah, so one of my goals was to give up work, and I did. I finished work in July. I volunteered there.
That was on your list for 2 years because I accidentally listened to the 23-24 one. Instead of the 24-25. So.
But I do remember saying I really enjoy it there, so I didn't want to give it up, but I really enjoy it there. So I volunteer there. So I do a couple of hours a week volunteering, which I really enjoy because it's like going back and seeing my mates and having a nice time and seeing all the customers that I get on with. And I've picked my day that I volunteer really carefully. So it's all the customers that I like that come in, and the staff that work there that I really like. So I managed to do that, which I was quite pleased about. I don't even know what my other goals were.
I can only remember that one.
Yeah, that was obviously quite significant.
Yeah.
So my vision is that I want to be able to spend more time with my family, to do a bit more travelling in the UK or abroad, whatever, but to be able to make my business work around that life rather than I'm working and that's like I've got a work life, I've got an outside life, so I can make it all work together. And then to do that, I've had to go, right, how do I make that work? So my goals, I guess these are my goals, are to like increase like the semi-passive income thing I do. So more courses, more digital products, increase the membership. So my Bakers Club. Oh, that was another thing. That was one of my goals, to start a membership, like a baking club.
Yes.
Did that.
Yeah.
Did that.
Like you did in lockdown.
Yes. And to also increase the subscriptions to the Baker's Bulletin. So because all that stuff I can do in my own time. I don't have like a client Does that make sense? I have
Yeah.
deadlines, like I have to do a recipe every week, but I don't have to get a cake out on a certain day.
Yeah.
And that's the bit. So I am at the moment baking for the bakery, and they have usually at least one delivery a week, maybe two. And he doesn't want them frozen. He wants cakes that are fresh. So that to me is like, I have like a job that I have to have cakes ready for Friday.
Yeah.
That's what I want to take away. I want to get rid of that. I have to have something done for a certain day, and I have to be in the kitchen on a Thursday to get that delivery on a Friday. So that's quite a big goal of mine, is I enjoy the baking. I enjoy the delivering to the bakery, but I need to rework it or get different clients in that I can. My stomach's just gone. Roar.
I heard it. Oh my God. Wow.
So I need to I need to reduce the contracts that I've got, or be more selective in contracts that fit into my schedule rather than me having to fit into their schedule.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So I know, for example, the church that I work at, they've just lost their cake maker. And I've been part of the team to get a new cake maker. So they've gone from one cake maker that delivers every 2 weeks, and they go in the freezer. They wanted to have 2 or 3 cake makers, which I think is a really good idea, because once you lose one, you've lost your cake maker.
Yeah.
So they're going to go for 2 or 3, and I'm going to be one of those. But I know that I can deliver. They go straight in the freezer. They get their cakes out the freezer every week. So I know that can fit in with what I do. Yeah. And also they don't want me to make specific cakes. They said, because they've got one lady that's going to do the classics, Victoria sandwich, lemon, coffee and walnut. They've got another woman who is actually a celiac, and she's going to do all the gluten-free, because they're amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually it's a lady that lives just down the road from me here. And then I'm going to do something different. And that to me fits in perfectly with what I want to do. That I can deliver when I want, I can make what I want. Fine. So that's what I need to do to make my vision work. So my goals, I've got things that I definitely, absolutely want to do. I want to increase the membership, the Bakers Club, and I need to talk about it more. I don't talk about the Bakers Club enough. A lot of people don't even know it exists. So I need to talk about it more. And that's a goal for me to actually, it's the selling. I'm not good at the selling, considering I've got a degree in marketing. So I need to talk about it more. I was going to do a new course. So I did my Start Your Cake Shed last year. But this year I want to do starting a cake business from scratch. All the people out there that have got the hobby of baking but want to make it into a business, I get so many questions on Instagram, on Facebook, I just want to start a cake shed. I've never done anything like this before. Any hints, any tips? And I really enjoy helping the bakers right at the very start of their journey into business.
Yeah.
Because I think they're the ones that need the most help. I mean, there's a lot of coaches out there that will tell you how to get in £2,000 cakes. There's a lot of top business coaches. I want to be at the other end, and I know there's not money at the other end in the same way, but they're the ones that I think if we'd had that help, I think we could have knocked off a lot of time on our businesses fannying about. So I want to do that as an ebook and an audio book. I don't want to do a video.
Oh, that's fair.
Go on again. Oh no, there you are.
I'm still here. I'm here. Hello.
So I want to do it. So I want to do in the new year. I want to do an ebook, and alongside it an audio book, because not everyone wants to sit and read. So an audio book, like a podcast, about the insider's guide to starting your cake business. So that's a goal I have. And I want to work with more brands. I want to do more collaboration, not necessarily with brands, but with other makers and creators. I want to do more collaborations. I want to work with more people. It's a very lonely business, what we do. and I want to work with more people. And I've had a few brands reach out to me this year and given me things, like gifted things, but I would like to work with them in developing recipes, developing, things like that. So that's what I would like to do as well. So that's, I mean, I've got like revenue goals, and bits and pieces like that, but actually another one of my goals last year was to be more diverse, have more diversity in my income, and I think I've done that quite well this year, and I want to increase that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I've got my cake shed, I've got my membership, I've got my newsletter, I've got actual physical baking, I've got my blog. My blog brings in a bit of money, so lots of little bits and pieces, and I want to continue having lots of little bits and pieces that I can fit in and drop into my business.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Okay,
so that's how I've come about it.
I don't know if something's gone wrong with my thing again.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
I can see you fine.
Okay, well, I'll shut up then. Sorry.
I can hear you and I can see you. It's all right. At the moment, I can.
Yeah.
At the moment, I can. Yeah, so that's my that's my vision.
Oh, 3 rainbows.
But I would say, listen to Alice Benham's way that she sets her goals out, and I think I'm going to be like you. I'm going to set aside time every single month, because I think these are things I all want to do. But if I don't set time aside to plan,
it doesn't. Because we have done previous episodes where we've talked about make this date in your diary and stick to it, and these always kind of fly by the night, and
then you're busy.
You don't do it.
Yeah, you're busy making cakes or something.
Yeah,
but I think it's easiest.
I realistically think, if you do that, then you're going to be making more money because you're ironing out all the creases.
Yeah. And you're planning and you're pushing all these plans and these goals forward. Whereas if you just wait for them, if you're making cakes and you suddenly go, oh, I was meant to have done that, and you don't do it.
Yeah.
I think it's easier to do like at the beginning of the week.
Oh yeah.
Because if you try to do it at the end of the week, because you've got so much going on anyway, you don't put it into your schedule.
Rachel Waring, who used to be the business proposal, she does a lot of her planning of a Sunday, like a Sunday on the sofa.
Yeah. Yeah. That's quite a nice idea, because you feel like you're having a little bit of luxury time.
Yeah.
And
my issue is that I'm always so busy, and then when I'm not busy, I'm knackered.
But you need to make this busy. I think it is a mindset shift of making this important.
Yeah, that's right.
Making this as important as baking a cake. You've got a cake to bake, so you get up and you get on and bake that cake. Whether you're busy or not, you fit that in. And making this as important as baking that cake. And thinking of yourself as a client.
Yeah.
So your cake is your client's cake, and you have to get it done, otherwise you're going to let your client down.
That's right.
Your business, your business
my business is my client.
Yeah. And you're going to let your business down if you don't sit down and do this. I always write a to-do list on a Sunday night. That's when I write a to-do list.
I have to-do lists.
That's when I write my to-do list. I sit down on a Sunday night. What have I got to do this week?
Yeah. Well, I've got my keep notes. My lists in there. So, and
I
lots
have
of piece of paper.
I have like a weekly list. So I have in my diary, I actually write. So I've got a paper diary, and in my paper diary, I have a to-do list on a Monday. And then I look through the week and what else I've got going on in the week. So obviously I knew that I couldn't do anything this morning because I'm talking to you. And then I try and fit things in. Although I'm not actually time blocking, I'm putting things in that I know that I need to do and I need to work around. I always do that on a Sunday. Know that I'm starting on a Monday, not having to. But yeah. But you do. I think you do. I think I did feel like a fraud yesterday sitting doing this. I felt like I was being lazy. like it was a luxury, and it wasn't. It's so important.
I'm just thinking, times like we've gone, why don't you go to a cafe or stuff like that? I think doing that.
Yeah, get yourself out of the house, because then you're not distracted. The other thing that I had to do yesterday when I was doing this, I had to move my phone into another room, because I'd pick my phone up and then half an hour's gone.
Yeah, because like I've had a massive amount of messages from Instagram, Facebook, Google coming in from customers. Yeah. So it's just gone nuts. And they are really distracting as well. Yeah. So, yeah.
Because yesterday I sat there and I was doing all this and I thought, I've got to put out on Facebook, on our local Facebook group, about my pre-orders for Christmas Eve. Yeah. And I picked up my phone. I thought, I'll just do a graphic for it on Canva. And then half an hour later, I put my phone down and I thought, I didn't do any of what I meant to do, because I picked my phone up and obviously a notification had come up. I'd looked at that and then I'd gone off and done something else. And I hadn't even done any of what I intended to do.
Yeah.
So I put my phone elsewhere. So, I think going to a cafe. The other thing that I find quite useful is, so there's a cafe near us that doesn't have internet connection.
Oh.
So going to a cafe without internet connection.
Yeah. I bet there'll be few and far between nowadays.
Yeah, I know. I know, but and it's quite good. They have got Wi-Fi, but I've never put in my Wi-Fi. I've never put in their password.
Yeah.
So, right. I'm quite excited for doing this again in 2026.
Yeah.
Seeing where we've got to.
Am I? 2026.
What's it going to bring?
Here we come. We're coming for you.
Right. And so we would love to hear what plans, what goals, and how you do your goal setting. It'd be really interesting to hear how you do your goal setting, because there are lots of different ways. We've done whole episodes of setting goals.
Yeah.
But I think we've both come at it from very different ways, and it'd be interesting to see how other people do it.
Yeah. And if you want to shout out, just get in contact and we can shout you out.
We like talking about people. Yeah. Right.
Can't believe it's Tuesday. Sorry, I just got distracted by a note on my thing. I was doing yesterday. I look forward to seeing 2026.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good year. I can feel it in my waters. I can feel it in my HRT patch.
Yeah. I got mine on.
Right. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Thank you very much for listening.
Yeah. Thank you for this year.
Yeah. Thank you for 2025. We look forward to 2026. Will it be shit? Will it be fab? You'll have to wait and see.
Oh, and thank you for being my podcast buddy for 2025 again.
Oh, I love you so much.
It's such a good podcast year. We've had some good natters.
We have. We have. So, yeah, you're the best.
Oh, no, you are.
Simply the best.
I was turning into a musical.
Okay.
Right.
So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, Bronya. I'll flit, I'll flat, I'll see you in 2026. Bye, 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 bye.